What's up with it, everybody? So I just wanted to come on here and give everybody a chance to catch up. I'm gonna go live, and everybody's been hitting me with a bunch of Q&A lately, asking me about the 62. So just let me let a couple people gather on here, and then we'll get started. I hope everybody's having a good week. Mine's been pretty good so far. I've had a lot of fun working on the 62. It used to be mine. I think I sold it a little bit around 5 years ago, and my switched hands a few times, and my buddy Wheelo ended up with it, and he asked me if I could help him get it together and get it back on the street. It's been sitting for about a year, so no to everybody's question. I did not rebuy Cost of Fame. My buddy Wheelo owns it now. It had been sitting for a year. He had taken a nice little vacation, and when he came back, tires were low, all the batteries were bad. Basically, we're just going through it. Right after Thanksgiving, it'll be going to Big Tony OG Sexy 65 on Instagram. If you need any light up antennas, system work, custom trunk work, I mean, he pretty much does everything. Tony's one of the best guys I've met in the game. So if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, go hit him up. It's OG Sexy 65. You guys will love his car. He's had it for about 10 years. What's up, Donnie? Just getting on here. I actually have my reading glasses on so I can see the chat today. Sorry about that. But yeah, I do wear glasses normally. Just I don't really wear them when I'm out. What's up, Jacksonville? What's up, Steven? How you living? Everybody keeps hitting me up, asking me, tripping, thinking I bought Cost of Fame back, but I didn't buy it back. It's just my buddy's, and he knew when I had it that it was in tip-top shape. A guy named Kenny had bought it from me. Super good guy, gentleman. He actually passed. It switched hands a few times, and then it ended up with my buddy Wheelo. I've said his nickname a few times. That's just what everybody calls him. He's from San Pedro, and he actually has that old 64 too that I got from Homer out of Texas. He has the brown 64, and he bought Cost of Fame. So after it switched hands a few times, the people in between me owning it and him owning it kind of abused it a little bit. Definitely didn't take care of it like I took care of it. He just bought the car because it's always been one of his dream cars. He saw it was up for sale. Went and just snatched it, basically, had the money, got it. I got it over here. So basically what we've done so far, so it has an 8 battery, 2 pump setup. I have 3 8X in there, obviously the best. You cannot outdo 8X. There's a lot of things in life. You're like, oh yeah, Chanel's better than Louis. Louis is better than this, or Rolex is better than Patek, or what. Anyone has their different opinion, but there's one thing you can't upgrade from. It's the 8X dump, and that's the best dump. If you have a car that you want to hop, hit the switch in, whatever you guys want to call it, you got to have an 8X. That's just the way it is. It's kind of the law of low riding. And you can do it with cheap China stuff, but it just doesn't perform the same. You don't get that knock in the trunk. No, none of that. So I highly recommend anybody building a high lowrider to use 8X. Just pay the extra money. You can't ever go wrong. They're built. You're not going to have any issues. I just can't say enough good things about 8X. But anyway, so it has a 2 pump, 8 battery setup, 3 8X, and it has Versace 9 to the rear, and then it has a Versace 13 to the front. If it's still the same as when I had it, that's how I sent it off. I use the 13 because the 13 takes off, starts hard with pressure. It'll outdo an 11 on the first 4 hits, no problem. But once you hit about, I'd say 5, 6 good hits on a 13, it usually caps out right away. With an 11, it continuously builds pressure, so you go higher and higher and higher. And that's what a lot of the hopper, or most of the hopper guys, I think, use as an 11. I use the 13 because obviously with my cars, when I got them, the ones that didn't have full wrap frames, I usually just use the 13 because I'm only going to give it that 1, 2, 3, 4 lick. It's a rare occasion or catching me on a little buzz or something, or taunt me. Maybe I'll give it a few more. But pretty much that's how my setup that I do use. When I got the car, all 8 batteries were dead. There was a solenoid fire, or solenoid. I'm sorry for all the people that always tell me I pronounce it wrong. I know how to say it, but I just call them solenoids, but it's solenoids. We're completely burnt out. There was a fire. It was so bad that they were disconnected, burnt, melted. All 4 tires were flat, obviously, from sitting, just not moving them around. That's pretty much with any car you have. If you don't put your, keep it moving, the tires will get low. And then the biggest problem is the electrical. The car has lights in the trunk, the hood, under the hood, all throughout the cabin, all throughout the doors, all throughout the console. There's just so many different lights on that car. And that's why I'm going to take it over to Tony. He's going to get it all right. He's going to line it up. And when I get it back from him, it should be ready for my buddy Wheelo to take and just dip with as he pleases. Now, Cost of Fame is painted by Danny D on the top. Rest in peace to a legend. So you can't ever redo that top. Underneath is matching. I mean, I'm talking about the whole belly of the car is matching patterns to the roof. Um, that's why I never put a fully wrapped frame on that car, honestly, is because I respected the work too much. Well, the time has come, and I think my buddy Wheelo eventually, once we get it all done, he's going to put a full wrap frame on there. Thanks, man. I absolutely love it. It's one of the pretty. It's probably the prettiest car I've ever owned. I regret selling it still to this day, and seeing that it got mistreated out of my hands, and just it's so hard. But anyways, so I think once it's done, he's going to add a full wrap frame. We've been talking about it, get it patterned, same to match, and he's going to start putting that thing in the air. But right now, the main thing is I had an empty garage because my 61's getting done. So everyone keeps asking me about my 61. I don't really know. They said that I'm looking around New Year's. I'm thinking more past New Year's. Um, Empire Customs is doing the paint and body work. And then Hugo is the one that wrapped, molded my frame and all that. So I have two different guys. They work together. I'm not in a big hurry, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever built a car from ground up, but one thing you don't want to do is rush anyone. There's, you don't want anyone obviously to lag into years. That's definitely, you don't want to be held in paint prison or body prison or whatever they call it. We all have a name for it. That's something that you want to avoid. But they gave me a realistic timeline. Money's been paid here and there. I finally decided I'm going to go and chrome the rack out. I was thinking about painting it the same color as the car, which is going to match the frame. But I think I was just trying to go cheap, to be honest with you. And I thought about it. If I'm going to go all in and I'm going to make the 61 full show car, I'm definitely chroming out the rack, and I'm going to get a new top. Megacron, I'll be reaching out to you. If you guys don't have the plugs on interior like that, just hit up Gina at Cinadella. A lot of people like to keep trade secrets in this game. I get my tops from Megacron. You can just DM me on my Instagram, which is Long Beach _Lloyd. I'll send it straight to you. Yeah, mechanic prison's real. You can really get stuck there. But these guys are good, and they're sending me updated pictures. They send me updated videos. Hugo's daughter, Jeanette, she sends me stuff all the time. So they've been checking in with me, and I'm seeing progress. I'm very happy with the progress. I have full trust and faith in these people, but I do not have a definite date. Let's see what else. Oh, a lot of people are always asking about my chain. This is a one-off. That my jeweler made this custom for me. We did the design ourselves. It's not something that everybody can purchase. Only one other person, my buddy Homer, the one that I got the Brown 64, has been invited into the Dayton Club. So, yeah, it's not something you could just go out and get. And you get anything made, it's going to be a China if it don't come straight from the plug. Plus, why would you want the same as someone else? That's just weird to me. But anyhow, let's see what else I've been getting asked about. Oh, on the 61, yes, I am keeping the same color, but we're adding a heavy gold pearl to it. So to give it a little razzle dazzle, I'm going to get rid of the gold Daytons. When I get them back, I'm going to clean them up and sell them. And then I'm going to put chrome Daytons on there with gold KOs. I don't know why. I just want to do it. I did it when I first got it just to see how it looked. And I really liked it. I see a lot of people going with cheese balls and stuff. So I just want to kind of change it up and give it the same look. I'm basically making it mine this time. Before, I kind of went with the original look and kind of praised to Live and Die in LA, Tupac. Suge's coming home. Shout out Suge. I can't wait till he's rolling in and give that official stamp. A lot of people don't know this. It was Tupac's car. He went and bought it after the video. It stayed in the Death Row collection. You can look up the video with Snoop Dogg called Harlem World after he passed. They actually used the car in that video, so you can see it in another one. But, when Suge gets out, we're going to do the whole interview, ride in the car, and, he's going to tell you all about it. It's just another thing being confirmed. Let's see what else we're at. Everybody's asking me about my boy's company, Drink Benjamin Blue. Let's see, I'm not very good at here. Okay, there we go. It's a water company. Right now, they have it on their site. I tag them on my Instagram. It's promotional price. I don't know if you care about your health, but drinking normal bottled water, if you don't check the pH balance and all that stuff, it's basically just filtered water. This stuff actually comes from a source, which is Black Bear Springs, you know, and its pH balance at 7.5. It's delicious, warm, cold, and it never has any bubbles. It doesn't ever bubble like normal bottled water or anything like that. It's really good water. I highly suggest you guys try it. You know, there's a lot of cancer agents in our food now. I always like my water pH balanced. I don't hydrate as much as I should, but this is my sponsor here. And I'm not just saying it because they're my sponsor. This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. You can't get enough. I can't get the thing right, but here we go. But check it out. You guys hit up their Instagram. They have a promotional price right now. I think if you're in SoCal, they'll deliver it to you if you buy 5 cases or more. And then they're setting up getting with Amazon and being able to ship. Let's see. I'm missing some of these messages. Donnie, I sure hope it is crazy. I'm going for a full show car, but I'm changing up the setup. My buddy Bones from my club, he just gave me a third pump with the Versace gear in it. Luckily, I am very happy about that. Thanks again for that. I'm going to add a third pump, and then I'm adding more batteries because I want a full show car, but I want it to be on the bumper. So I'm not going to be hopping any trash. But when I do get it done, I'm coming out to go get. I'm gonna call everyone out, do house calls. I want to hop everybody with a nice car that's hitting really nice. Win or lose, I don't really care. Just film it and have a good time. I'm looking forward to that. No, I did not used to own Easy's Impala. So the car that I had, I called it Easy's 6 tray, but it wasn't. I had the exact same color combo. The only thing different on that car was that he had 61 scratch guards on his car, and they were put on backwards. And then the inserts, everything else from factory settings was exactly the same. So I just called it that. Everybody thought it was, but Easy's caught in a battle with them going back and forth. I wanted to give the guy 80,000 for Easy's car, and the guy, I think he paid 105 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure exactly. Don't quote me, but it was something in that range. And I wasn't willing to go up that high. And the guy that actually owned Easy's car, he wanted me to have it, and he was really trying to work with me. I just couldn't go that high because the car did need to be restored. I wasn't going to just get it and put it up like a museum car. I was going to do the same thing I did with the pot car. I would have put it on the streets and started hopping it. So it needed a full restoration. And that car actually got stolen from that guy. So that car is absolutely off the streets, gone. You won't ever see that car again. If you got to see that car in person, I think that the guy that owned it, and he lived in Vegas when he was selling it. And I think he did a couple shows. So if you ever got lucky, I actually got lucky enough to see it. You won't ever get to again. And if it does pop back out, it definitely won't look like that. Let's see, what am I missing? I had one style custom. My homie here in Detroit. Oh yeah, what does he have? What does he have, Griff? Are you talking about me, or you have someone in Detroit? What kind of car did he get? There's another Death Row car about to come out. It is in, I can't think of the club off the top of my name, but he's about to bring out Suge's old 63. It's going to be awesome. He kept the trunk the same and everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. What I'm really curious about, what happened to Suge's red 57? Does anybody know what happened to the red 57 convertible that Suge used to own? I've asked him about it a few times. He's not sure where it went. Show and Go Customs on 7th Mile. What kind of car did they get from? They got an Impala. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know what happened to his car, but I just wanted to get on here telling everybody I did not buy Cost of Fame back. I got like 100 messages asking. I just wanted to clear it up. I did not buy it back. I'm just helping my buddy. It is nice to have it here in my garage, and John's Hydraulics is doing all the work. He's done the solenoids to you that make it pronounce it correctly. He's put the batteries in. We changed the rear strokes, obviously from sitting for a while. one of the rear strokes, I think one of the O-rings had busted, so it was leaking. So if you'd leave it up and then go in for a few hours, you'd come out and it was sitting completely sideways. The car's name's in the next episode. It was a lowrider. Well, shoot, you have to DM me on Instagram. Let's talk about it. I'd love to set up a time and see it. I like to see anything from Death Row. Shout out to my buddy Reese. He actually has a Death Row necklace. It was Danny Boy's. Danny Boy, for some reason, didn't pick it up, and he ended up scoring it. So I thought about buying it from him, but it's the smaller Death Row. I want the one like Snoop or Pac had. You know what I mean? The big one hanging down. Um, let's see what else. I don't want to skip anything. What other questions have I been missing? Somebody was asking me where to get Remingtons. You can get them sometimes at Pep Boys. I swear a lot of people don't know this. Just go into Pep Boys and they have them. If not, you can get them at Performance Tires on Cherry Boulevard. You just pull up. Usually they have them in stock. I run Remingtons. No, they're not the best looking tire. I'm going to be 100% honest. 520s are by far superior appeasing to the eye. However, function wise, they're trash. I don't even know how it's legal that they could possibly sell the tire for so much that you could drive 2 or 3 miles on it, blow out the side, or get a huge bubble. But yes, 520s do absolutely look the best. If I could find some from way, way back in the day that were still in good shape, I would have them on my car. But I prefer running Remingtons. Why not run a 13 trailer tire? What are you gonna put it on? Oh, Dr. Dre's old 6'4". I remember when that was for sale, and then I remember when they sold Kobe's car. I don't even know where Kobe's car went. There's a lot of legendary cars out there. I just always like to share mine with the people, but some people will get them and put them in a collection and be hidden away. If I was really rich, I'd get a house and I would get one of those spinning things that you put your car on, and I would just get a wax mannequin of Pac, have him sit there in the 61, and it would just rotate and play Tupac music all day. By the way, Drake, why don't you buy it and do that? Yeah, the 61 is going to be yellow. I'm just told everybody I'm doing it the same exact yellow, except this time I'm adding a little bit of gold pearl. So when the sun hits, it gives it a little bit more shine. I'm going to be doing a lot more car content. I just took a break off of here. I hadn't been doing anything major, working on my mountain house, and I hadn't had my 61. And this is the first, I've always had two cars at least. And this is the first time that I don't have a lowrider to play with, which is really weird. And surprisingly enough, I think there's a thing called car depression because I feel like I have it. I haven't felt the same. I just miss jumping in my car and dipping around the city. I love just driving down the beach. What's up, Virginia? 13 Dayton's only for me. Um, I can't ride 14s. I don't like the way they look. They do ride better than 13s, but I'm 13 or nothing. How much does a basic hydraulic setup cost from an Elco? You could probably run a 6 battery, 2 pump setup, being super basic. Don't get front, back, and corners. I mean, don't get front, back, and side to side. Get front, back, and corners. I would say roughly, I mean, just, I don't know. I haven't had a setup done in a while. The one I'm doing on my 61 is super extensive. So you don't want to hear the price of that. But I would imagine you could probably get it done between 32 and 3,800. You can look up John's Hydraulics on Instagram, JON or JONLB. He's on my friends list, and he'll give you a deal. He's right here in Long Beach also. I see that you have the 562, so if you want to hit him up, I'm pretty sure he can get the work done for you guys. Let's see. Some people were asking me as far as investing goes. I'm not gonna lie. Some people say I made a mistake. I sold my Bitcoins that I had. I had 3 of them. And I sold them right before when it hit 73, right before the election, because I wasn't exactly sure what was going to happen. But so I'm out of Bitcoin. I have a half of one left. I'm just letting it ride. I'm not trading a lot. I have a lot of altcoins, Ethereum Classic, XRP, Shibu, stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of people were asking me trade information. So if you guys want to buy some stuff, I would suggest that you get altcoins, the cheaper coins. You can look it up on Instagram why. I'm not like a financial advisor or anything. I've just been trading for about 20 years and then I switched into crypto. So, if you want to get advice, probably I'm not the guy to listen to because I've lost money and I've made money. So I just call it like the true college of trading. You don't really know how to trade until you've lost your first 100,000. And then once you do, by that time, you've got it down to a science. So I would say just Probably ask somebody else. Yeah. Digital precious metals. I'm actually about to buy, I'm gonna buy 10 ounces of gold this week. My buddy's getting in touch with his connection. I've only bought like, necklaces, chains, Rolexes, stuff like that. Never actually bars or coins. And I think I'm gonna take some of my money and invest into like 10 ounces of gold. Just, I know it's not gonna make me rich, but eventually I'd probably like to leave each kid, 10, 20 coins each, since by the time they're up in age, they'll probably be worth significantly quite a bit more. If you have your money in the bank, basically it's just going down. As you see, the dollar has less and less value. So it's kind of up to you. I mean, you could take all that money and have gold coins or whatever. Don't do what I do. I'm just telling you kind of what I do. But I wouldn't highly advise it unless you like ulcers, lots of stress. I smoke a lot. So um, yeah, trade if you want to, trade at your own will. Stick to the low riders. Those are enough stress. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to try to, I hope I covered everything. I have so many messages. If I can't get back to you, I just get messages on Instagram all the time. I try to get back to everybody. If I don't, uh, sorry about that. Let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, Long Beach weather is beautiful. Long Beach is known worldwide for having some of the best weather ever all around. So I'd have to say it's a blessing to live here. It's kind of like summer every day. It is a little chilly right now, but I kind of enjoy it. Gold and silver will always be king. Yes, I agree. I just did my 6-4 turn switch and signals. Oh, is that right? That you replaced that in the steering column? Actually, I need to do that in my 61. But finding the piece for the 61 is been the hard part for me. I think I probably need to hit up Bert from the Chevy shop. I bet he can find me one. Huntington Beach. What's up, Huntington Beach? All right. Well, anyways, what's up, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? I've tried to answer everything else. You guys just DM me. I try to get back to everybody. You can answer, talk on here. Whatever happened to Josh? He's still around. He just doesn't have a lowrider. Yeah, my signals light up. Okay, yeah, I see all that. Come visit Long Beach. You're welcome anytime. 703. You guys take it easy. I think I've talked about everything. You guys have a good one. Have a good weekend, all that. I'll see you soon, and I'll keep you posted on the 61 as it comes along.